You how long it's been since I did my last podcast because I'm moving into my new house. So give me a break. I just recorded a whole entire show. I just did a whole entire show, and I noticed that I didn't hit the record button. Yeah, that's no joke. I completely forgot to hit the record button. So here we are, back to the Detroit Pierce podcast, doing it again. Hopefully the second take's better than the first take. Look, Lions, we win 2-11-1. And look, if I need to be a shoey guy and take drinks out of shoeys, and by the way, I've had friends text me and be like, "Oh, you drink the whole beer from the freaking shoey. You wasted a lot of it." Okay. Beer in shoe, beer hit my lip. I did enough, all right? And if the Lions win again, guess what? I'm going to do it again. I am. I'm going to do it again just so I could drink the whole beer and so people can get off of me for drinking the beer out of the shoe. Find a new slant. But look, not to make this about me. Lions, 2-11-1. And don't sit around and give me the, but the Lions are ruining their draft. They're ruining their draft stack. Who you really giving up? What? You're missing out on Aiden Hutchinson? Is he really the best player in this draft? Is he? It's just a crapshoot. It's just an absolute crapshoot. There's no good quarterbacks. You can convince me of Kenny Pickett, but Sam Howell, I'm not interested in. The quarterback from Liberty, I'm not interested in. And I know there's some quarterback that's going to go to the Senior Bowl and play hard and do really well in the combine, and he's going to be a top 10 pick. I'm just not interested in that. Honestly, if you told me that we traded our Lions pick for another pick in the next year draft and then moved down to like the second round, I'd take that right now. I'd take that right now. I don't need this. I'm not interested. I'm really genuinely not interested in many of the draft picks. But to talk about the now of what we're going through now, we got the Falcons, Seahawks, and Packers coming up. I think we can win 2 games. Now, am I saying we are going to win 2 games? No, but I think we can win 2 more games. This team after the bye week has changed, and it looks completely different. We're winning without Hawkinson, Swift, Aquara, Ragnow. I mean, that's a very short list. I mean, it's a long list of players that are hurt, have COVID. It's a long list. And we're still winning and being tough. The only game that we weren't tough in is the Broncos, and that's because half our team was still in Detroit while that game was being played. That locker room, I tweeted it last night. Last night meaning right now. Look, this team, this locker room after that win does not look like a 2-11-1 team. That looked like a playoff team, all fighting for each other. And I understand that Dan Campbell is not a smart coach. I'll give you that. And I've said that since the beginning. He is not an X's and O guy. But you know what he is? A locker room guy. You know what he is? Gutsy. That's half the battle. I'd rather have a guy that all the players love than some analytical nerd who thinks he's smarter than he is. Because that's what you had with Patricia. You had an analytical nerd who thought he was smarter than what he is. Dan Campbell knows he's not smart. I guarantee it. I guarantee if you ran into him at a bar and said, "Hey, are you smart?" He'd say, "Hell no, I'm not smart, but damn it, I try hard." I don't know. Resonates with me pretty well. I'm not smart. I just recorded a whole podcast without hitting the record button. Hey, look. But you know what? Everybody likes him. Everybody likes him in that locker room. I don't mind. I really don't mind. 2-11-1, and you can beat the Falcons, you can beat the Seahawks, and you can beat the Packers last week of the season. They might not be playing for anything. Why not? All right, NFL rundown. Panthers, Bills. Bills look great. Bills look back. Bills look like a Super Bowl team. Dolphins, Jets. What do you want? Jets get out early, and the Dolphins looked just a little bit better. Cowboys, Giants. Giants are bad. I mean, they were Jake Fromm played the fourth quarter. Cowboys, Titans blow it against the Steelers, which sucks. The Puke Bowl, we got the Texans, Jaguars. Texans win. The Jaguars are, I think the Texans and the Jaguars are the only two franchises that are truly worse than the Lions. Really. I really mean it. Bengals, Broncos. Bengals just barely survive and win that game, but I still like them. I really do. 49ers, Falcons. I think Kyle Shanahan is easily one of the most underrated coaches in the NFL, and I have 49er friends who hate him, and I don't understand. Packers, Ravens. Harbaugh goes for it goes for 2, and everybody's like, "Oh, I don't understand." You got your backup quarterback. You're at home. The Packers are a Super Bowl contending team. I get it. I go for 2 all the time in Retro Bowl. I understand it. Hey, I don't hate it. I really don't. If he gets it, he's a genius. Saints, Bucks. Saints win 9-0 in an ugly, ugly game. I'll talk a little bit about. I'll talk about the NFC and what I think here in a second when I talk about the playoff push. But man, the Saints, big win for them. Then obviously Chiefs, Chargers in a great Thursday night game, awesome Thursday night game. Jackson Mahomes, what do you have? 31 for 47, 410 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jackson Mahomes' brother looked great. And if you tell me that Jackson Mahomes canceled on Instagram, I will avoid you. I might even block you. I will. I might. Patriots, Colts. I told you about these Colts, man. I might just say that the Colts are my Colts. Strong. I'm about to see them on Christmas night. That Colts team is strong. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about the playoff push. In the AFC, I genuinely would not be surprised if 10 teams were to win the AFC. Seriously. Chiefs, Patriots, Titans, Bengals, Colts, Chargers, Bills, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. I can make a decent enough case for all 10 of those teams. I really could. I think the worst one maybe would be the Bengals. What, they're young? I really like all of them. I really think they could all make a push towards the Super Bowl. I think there are 10 really strong teams. And then when you go to the flip side, you go to the NFC, I think you have 5 teams who are the clear favorites. Packers, Bucks, Cowboys, Cardinals, Rams. Packers sometimes look weak. Bucks obviously looked weak tonight. Cowboys, do you really trust the Cowboys? Especially with McCarthy being the coach. Cardinals just lost to the Lions and look weak. My neighbor was just telling me that he hates these Cardinals. He's a diehard Cardinals fans. And the Rams have a roster that looks like it was made out of Madden, and they look inconsistent. They do. They just don't look strong. And then after that, it's a bunch of Washington, the 49ers. Huh? As we're sitting right now, at the very beginning of the season, I picked the Rams and I think it was the Bills or the Chiefs. I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I still feel good about the Rams making the Super Bowl. As of right now, I'm sticking with the Rams to go through the NFC East and get there. And I think you got to pick the Chiefs. I think you have to pick the Chiefs, but I don't like being that guy, so I'm going to pick the Bills. I think the Bills are going to start ramping it up. I think they're really going to start ramping it up. And I think the Rams win that game. I really do. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about college football. CFP, we've got Georgia and Michigan, Alabama, and Cincinnati. I think Georgia and Michigan is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be slow. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be just a beat down of both teams. And I think Georgia just barely wins. I think Michigan covers. I think it's something like 28-24. Georgia wins. Not in a big one. Not in a big game. Then Bama and Cincinnati. I've been doing these Final Four. I've been giving my CFPs all season long. And I've never put Cincinnati, and that's because I don't think they belong on the field. And I think Alabama is going to prove me right. I think Alabama wins by 50. I'm not even going to watch the game. Honestly, I'm going to go to the Barstool Arizona Bowl. I'm not even going to watch. I'm not. I just think it's going to be that big of a blowout. And then Georgia, Alabama, at the very beginning of the season, I picked Georgia to win the national championship. And I think Alabama and Georgia are going to play in one of the greatest college football games of all time. And I think it's going to be this turn in college football where it goes to Kirby Smart. And I think everybody says, we want Georgia. And I think it turns, and I think Georgia's strong for the next 10 years. And everybody's like, God, I can't wait for freaking Kirby Smart to take an NFL job. I think that's what's going to happen. Those Georgia recruiting classes are really good too. Really, really strong. But those aren't the only bowl games, right? Here's some other bowl games that I like, okay? I like the Birmingham Bowl. I like Auburn and Houston. I think Houston wins and covers. I think that spread's 3. I think it's 3. But anyway, the Holiday Bowl, which is easily my favorite non-New Year's Six bowl. It has been forever. I think it's always a good game. I might have just like one game stuck in the back of my head and it just like never left. But UCLA, who I've liked all year, through the Action app, it told me that UCLA is the 4th most profitable team that I've bet on all year long. So I'll take UCLA and over NC State, even though there's like a lot of crap. I just like UCLA. I think I have an infinity for them. I like UCLA a lot. Then here in Phoenix, we've got the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, which, by the way, Guaranteed is one of the only that decisions and strategies I can't spell. I can't spell those. I don't know why. I really like West Virginia and Minnesota. Then in the Disappointment Bowl, we've got the Cheez-It Bowl, Clemson and Iowa State. I like both of them to lose. I think it'll be an interesting game because both of them are extremely disappointing. But I like both of them to lose. Then I think the Peach Bowl could have been something so great and fun, but everybody, Kenny Pickett and Walker is leaving. I can't believe I forgot his name. With Walker and Pickett leaving, I think it's not going to be much fun. Then the Barstool Arizona Bowl, which I'm going to be going to, Central Michigan and Boise State. Bet the over. Barstool's there. Bet the over. That's the lock. That's the lock of the bowl season, is the over in the Barstool Bowl. Barstool's there. So it has to be. All right. But there is one topic that I haven't talked about in a while. Massive controversy. F1. It is. It's massive controversy. I got in a lot of trouble with a lot of friends of mine who were into yell and scream. And I don't have the timer up here, so I'm going to do the timer on my phone. So European minute starts. I'm going to show the screen. For the podcast listeners, I'm showing the screen. Ready? Now. 1 minute. Okay, F1. Look, if you're a fan of Lewis Hamilton and you sit around and you say that was rigged, you're dumb. Let me tell you something. If you wanted to end the season of a racing season, known as the greatest racing season of all time under a yellow flag, you're dumb. Should they have had it be 3 or 4 laps? Maybe. Should they have made the decision? Should Michael Massey made the decision to let the cars pass sooner? Maybe. But look, it had to be a yellow flag. Give them a freaking break. All right? Max Verstappen led more laps than anybody by 1 billion miles all season long. For you to sit around and say that he didn't deserve it is crazy. Lewis Hamilton had 2 opportunities to put softs on, and his team told him no. He shot himself in his own foot. I don't care what you say. Soccer. English Premier League has a 3-horse race. January transfer windows are coming. Trust that Chelsea's going to be there. And that has been your European minute. Whew. Hey, F1 gets... I get mad about F1. I'm telling you. I get pissed. All right. Lions were the only team to win in a big game in Detroit. The Pistons won. The Pistons beat the Heat. I got told the other day, hey, Pistons, they've only won, 4-30. Oh, they're so bad. The Pistons are 4-24. Guess what? Oh, the Pistons are on a 14-game losing. Guess what? They win. They beat the Heat, baby. And let me tell you something. I love what the Pistons are doing. They're going to tank. They're going to suck. Cade Cunningham still looks good. Sadiq Bey looks good. I like where we're going. They've got a lot of good draft capital. They've got a lot of good salary cap space. Why not? Why not? Oh, hey, Kevin Durant. Oh, hey, you want to pick your coach? Here's a great young core in an easy conference. Come on over. Why can't we? Why can't we? Why? Why can't we? I like it. I like the future of the Pistons. They look just like what the 76ers have done. Tank, tank, tank. Get good picks. Build, build, build. Make the playoffs. Anything can happen. How do you not like that? Then, I tweeted this video out, and I still don't understand. I really don't understand how you can go from floor to ice. Like, in my mind, the guy is literally like, there's some guy, some janitor that has a hose, and he's just like, glug, 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 and then they just sit around and wait for it to freeze. That's how I think ice is made in the hockey, but apparently it's not. Apparently they can just like that. I don't understand it. I really don't. But look, Red Wings, I understand that they're in a playoff spot right now, but they have a lot of games at hand, and they just feel like they have hope. And that's all I'm asking for from the Red Wings. Every year you go up with your team and you set an expectation, right? The Pistons, did I have the expectation of winning, going to the playoffs? No. But did I have the expectation of being better than this? Yes. So that sucks. Red Wings, did I have their expectation to make it to the playoffs? Maybe. But I just want to be close. I want meaningful hockey in February and March. That's all I'm asking for. I just want to be close. I need some hope. I asked Santa the other day. I ran into him at the mall. I said, look, can I just have hope? Can I just... Santa. Hey, Santa. For Detroit sports, can I just have a little hope? A little hope. That's all I need. That's all I'm asking for Christmas. Just a little hope. That's why I'm freaking doing shoeies for Lions wins. I just need this much hope. Honestly. Then, final topic before final thoughts. Jake Paul fight. I tweeted about it. Was it rigged? I don't know. I don't know if it was rigged. Is he the greatest fighter of all time? No. Do I think that there are some young kids that are hyping him up a little too much? Yes. Do I think it's fun to watch his fight? And do I think his theatrics are fun? Yes. Do I think if he got into the ring with Conor McGregor, Masvidal, or Nate Diaz, he would actually die? 100%. 100%. But Jake Paul's being really smart about who he picks. He picks all these old UFC fighters. He's being really smart. Really smart about his picks. I'll be interested to see who he picks next. But let me tell you something. Nate Diaz and Masvidal. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. Those dudes won't fall. Those dudes won't fall on purpose. You don't want that. All right, final thoughts. Pretty stressful day for myself. My car decided to break down, and it needs a new transmission. And so this might offend some people. Blanket statement. Why are car guys dishonest? Why? Do car guys sit around when they become a car guy and just get handed a license and then they're like told like, okay, you can't tell the truth anymore? And I'm going to tweet this. I'll tweet this out. Hold on. I got a legitimate question. So I go to the car dealership. Is this a good way of handling a car buying? Because I've never bought a car. I was fortunate enough to be gifted a car when I graduated college. I never had a car growing up for my own, but fortunately I had a lot of my family members come together and pay for a car. Okay, and they gave me a car. So I've never done this before. So here is my question. When I go to buy a car, I went up to the guy and I said, "Hey, this is my budget. This is my price range. This is my budget." The guy goes, "Great." It took him an hour of us talking and haggling for him to come down to that original budget. And then I walked away. I was like, dude, we just wasted so much time. Why did you do that? Why don't they just accept the fact that that's the budget and that's all you can get? Why? I'm not lying to you. If I come in and don't lie, why do you have to lie? Why do you feel obligated to lie? Why do they sit around and lie? What in the world? Just be honest. You can here's a business idea, and I want 5% of this business. Because if you start it, I want 5%. Because you're going to make $1 billion. I'll never have to work again. Look, 24-hour car shop, right? And all you are is known as honest. They come in, I come in. I'm an idiot. Hey, I need an oil change. You don't sit there and say, well, it's going to be $450. What do you mean? What? This needs to be fixed. What? Also, you sell cars. And it's like, hey, look, you're not going to be able to buy this car. I'll just be honest with you. And this is how much it's cost. Why do you have to haggle? Why you got to haggle? Why you got to freaking nickel and dime? Because if you don't nickel and dime and you're an honest guy, guess what? I'm going to tell my friends, hey, look, this is a good experience. Why do you always have to be crappy? Why do you always have to be jerks about it? Why? Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. Just got done venting to my wife about this crap. It's unbelievable how frustrating car buying is. Just somebody make it easy. I want a RAV4 or a Jeep Compass. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I want. Oh, funny. I'll let you guys know which one I get. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm trying to have more fun with the podcast. I'm trying to be funny. I appreciate you guys. God bless. Go Detroit Sports.